design new facades for houses so they fit seamlessly into the beautiful harbor setting in Copenhagen. Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Today we're looking at Copenhagen. It's a tile-laying pattern building game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 30 minutes to play. It's being published by Queen Games, and it'll be on Kickstarter this March. Let's look at the components. There's a harbor, scoring track, player boards, cards, tiles, and scoring markers. At the beginning of the game, you'll place out the facade tiles, ability tiles, and cards. Players receive a board, a hand of cards, and one of the any cards ability tiles. Here's a quick overview of Copenhagen. During the game, players are going to be collecting colored cards and then turning them in to get facades. These are polyomino tiles. They're going to be placing them on their board and building them in such a way that hopefully gets them lots of points. Let's look at the game. On your turn, you can either take cards or construct a facade. If you take cards, you must take 2 adjacent cards from the display and can never have more than 7 cards in your hand. If you construct a facade, you discard the number of cards that match the number of spaces on the facade tile you want, and the cards must be the same color as the chosen tile. You can only take 1 tile on your turn. When you place a tile on your board, you have to start from the bottom and work up. The tile has to fit in the grid, and you have to build tiles on top of each other so they can't float on the board. If you place a colored tile next to one of the same color, then you can pay 1 less card to build that tile. And if you cover up one of these coat of arms, or complete a row that connects to one, then you get to immediately do one of these 3 things. Take a new ability tile, take a 1-piece window and play it, or refresh your ability tiles. You start the game with the any 2 cards ability that lets you take any 2 cards from the harbor instead of 2 adjacent ones. When you use it, you turn it face down. This one lets you pay 1 less card to get a tile. This one lets you take any extra card from the harbor. This one lets you both get cards and place a tile, and this one lets you use a group of same colored cards as a totally different color. So these 3 green cards could be 3 yellow, or if you have 2 colors like 1 yellow and 2 green, then it can be all yellow cards or all green cards. You'll get points in the game by completing rows and columns. 1 point if you complete a row with at least 1 window, and 2 points if that row is all windows. And you can score 2 points if a column has at least 1 window, and 4 points if the column is all windows. Whoever can get to 12 points first is going to win the game, or whoever has the most points when the end game card is revealed is going to win. I was able to play this at 3-player count and a 4-player count, and I played very fast and quick. I was actually surprised on how quick it went with a 4-player game. And even with, I'm assuming 2 players going to play even faster with probably 20 minutes, very little downtime at the 3 and 4 player count. And with those fewer player counts, there are cards and tiles removed from the game to help with the game balance. There are a lot of different tiles in the game. The nice thing is that the cards show you what shapes are available for that color. But the shapes are limited. For example, there's only 1 of each type for the ones that have 5 spaces on them. So once they're gone, they're gone. The choices are simple in one respect, picking up cards and then laying the cards to put a tile on your board. But there's some interesting choices on what cards am I trying to get and what tiles am I going to put on my board and where should I place them on my board to lay out them in such a way to fill up the rows and columns to get points, and then trying to get windows in all the spaces to double the points, and arranging them in such a way to cover up those coat of arms at the right time. Should I go after more of the ability tiles or take one of the 1-tile window pieces to help me complete my board? You also have to be aware of the other players and what they're going after. What color cards are they looking for, and what tiles are they trying to build on their board? There was one game, Will had a monopoly on red, and we didn't see it until it was too late. It was so easy for him to grab the red cards and then grab the red tiles to place on his board, and it helped him win the game. We should have been more wary of that. Now we're actually playing the German version, and the components are well made with thick cardboard tiles. The graphic design is easy to understand, and once we knew how to play, we really didn't go back to look at the rules again, since the game is language independent with no text on the pieces. The Kickstarter will offer an option like you've seen here, but it will also have a deluxe option with different box cover art and acrylic building tiles. So if you enjoy games like Patchwork or Cottage Garden, you like this tile laying pattern building type game, then check out Copenhagen from Queen Games on Kickstarter, and we'd love for you to subscribe to Tantrum House.